Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen Hill of Sports Choice Plus, and I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the end in gangrene. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. We're going to get straight to it, folks. Owner Woody Johnson of the New York Football Jets has fired general manager, essentially Joe Douglas, from doing essentially his job. So you got to keep in mind, this is just 42 days after the gangrene Jets let go of Robert Saleh, head coach, after a loss to the Minnesota Vikings in London. And you look at just what they have done in that time. They've traded for not only Davante Adams, they've made a couple of different moves, but most importantly, they're hitting the reset button on the team. When you think about everything he's done, as far as Douglas goes, Joe Douglas, the general manager, Quinn Williams from the University of Alabama, Sauce Gardner out of Cincinnati, Garrett Wilson, of course, Breece Hall, and Jermaine Johnson. Those are some of the highlights of his drafts. And you look at how they've been impressive and how they've been great, not only on the team, but their central focus has been built. Their chemistry and their DNA has been strong on the defensive side, but it's the offensive side that's let them down. You look at some of the lowlights, if you will. Zach Wilson drafted number 2 overall when they had opportunities to draft other playmakers, other quarterbacks, other wide receivers, and Zach Wilson essentially set them back a couple of years. When you think about what they could have done with a number of people that was in that draft that was successful at this point, you have to realize that this was their opportunity to not only strike gold with a quarterback, but this was an opportunity to reset the market for the Jets. They did fail as well, bringing Aaron Rodgers from the Green Bay Packers here. It was a failed idea, let's just face it. And no matter if you blame it on Coach Saleh, no matter if you blame it on Joe Douglas, a number of things went wrong for the actual Jets. And so right now, what we're looking at is a Jets team that's in shambles. Not only will they probably not make the playoffs, but you got to think the club is 3-8 right now. The chances of them hitting a hot streak and also making the playoffs is almost slim to none. They are almost dead last in a lot of major categories, no matter if it's offensively or receiving touchdowns or rushing the football. But you also have to keep in mind Aaron Rodgers has that massive unattractive contract, which essentially they're probably going to walk away from. And now you have to ask yourself, who are the Jets focused on in the draft potentially that could come out? They're looking for a quarterback, of course, but you got to ask yourself, are they going to go for another veteran? Are they going to go for another guy? Maybe it'd be Justin Fields. Maybe it be Sam Darnold if he gets free from Minnesota. So it's a number of things that they could do, or just hit the NFL draft. But I think overall, with the reset, I think owner Woody Johnson has to be patient. He has to understand that his defense is going to be the calling card for a while. You do have a couple of pieces on offense, like I named, Breece Hall, also Garrett Wilson. You got to think, Davante Adams, they have pieces on the offense that a quarterback can slide in and become the starter and essentially re-kick the tires on the Jets. So I know a lot of Jets fans were surprised by the news today, but let's face it, the NFL stands for not for long if you're not winning. So all you Jets fans, I want you to get in the comment section. Tell me your feelings, and the rest of the NFL family, get in the comment section below, and definitely check out Sports Choice Plus for all the news and updates. And as always, we'll see you on the next version.